one unfolds. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Beebe. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Three yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. The lone back's got it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like, the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce.
Makes a grab and room to run. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
Might have a chance. Touchdown, Indiana! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the 1st drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your 1st possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Pulls it in with one hand. Just a terrific effort to make the one-handed grab, but he couldn't get past the marker.
Well, how about how easy he made it look? Just sticks the mid up in the air. I know he didn't get the 1st down, but just no big deal. Just I've done this before. Another day at the office.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the run, it's Young. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Making side adjustments here. Throwing. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Catches it at the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the running back has it. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Everybody on defense did such a good job on that play, leveraging the football and using the sideline to their advantage. They weren't letting him get north. They forced him east-west, got him out of bounds for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Hoover. Fakes the grab. There he goes.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Using his legs, it's Beebe. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Hoosiers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Corner's going to give them room. Off play action on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On 4th down, going to the air. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just triples to the ground. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Carr to throw. Under fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
They'll line up for a second down play. Here's a heat. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Carr. Under fire. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Across the 45. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Swings it out to the flat. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him. And you just get it to him, and he does the rest. And that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. He locked up and held on to bring him down. back to throw. It's Hoover. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Hoosiers will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they turn it into a defensive score. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no... And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football, and they make the tackle short of the first down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on fourth down.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer.
I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
That is exactly what the defense was hoping for. Down close to the end zone, they bring the all-out blitz. They've got numbers, they've got people shooting gaps, and they didn't give the offense a second to even think. They were swarmed and surrounded getting that safety.
The return is brought down at the 25, and the Indiana offense will take over 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Oh, he makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they have got to tackle better on the back end.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Beebe. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Hoover. He's got it. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this.
Makes the catch, and he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The delay of game pushes the offense back. All wideouts, no backs. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it way down the field. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some?
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Makes the grab. It's Richard. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Catch in the middle, it's shot. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And the Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Richard. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Indiana! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing, Carr. Over the middle, it's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Carr from the gun on third down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Iowa, taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies.
And the returner will be knocked down.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick 6.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Number 15, set to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Leaping grab for a big gain. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Number 35, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Finding an escape route. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle, it's Becker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game as a
Wide open spaces. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Can't get him to the ground. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you, and if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing. Back, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Carr rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Carr to throw for it on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
The run inside. It's Pritchard. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Just a little off. Incomplete.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Good, right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On the move. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Hoover. Quarterback now breaking the field. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Richard. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Richard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hoosiers want to move quickly. Takes the easy one to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball. Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Running inside, it's Richard. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Richard. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll snag it just inside the 10.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. To the air again, Carr. He's not afraid to go deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offense.